Race number 4 is a Class 4. It's the first leg of the triple trio as well. It's a 1,200-metre contest headed by Golden Glory, who was runner-up at decent odds behind Lariz last time out. Gets barrier 12 here. Lariz, winner 2 starts back, beaten since behind This Is Class. Le Terroir, last start course and distance winner. That was his maiden victory. Champort gets the visors on. He was behind Enjoy Life last time out. That was over the 1650. Flying Monkey, another horse that finished behind Lariz. He only beat 2 home. He ran 10th. Brilliant, having his 3rd start. Comes up with barrier 1. That should be an advantage to him. And Whiskey Night, off the all-weather. He ran down the field last over the 1,800 metres. He's now back to 1,200 metres here on the turf. Mutual Joy and Whiskey Night have been up at Chung Fa in the last 30 days.
Yeah, Mutual Joy hasn't done a great deal of racing of late. Pace-wise, Brave Baby and Lariz will probably fly forward together. Let Le Terroir pop in behind. Golden Glory will hope they break clear and produce a little gap for him to potentially slot into from a wide barrier. But there should be enough toe in the early stages to suggest it'll be good.
Lariz was a winner 2 starts ago. He's backed it up with not a bad run last time. It did hang a little bit, to be fair, but his track work is good and he's quite keen in the mornings. He's under restraint there and I'd like you to go forward from his barrier 6, so he'll get his opportunity once again. Le Terroir, now he won nicely. He has been running a little bit more handy in his last couple of starts and it's obviously paid off. He drew 11 and won. He's got barrier 2, so he looks tough and his track work suggests he's thriving at the moment. He's going really well as Le Terroir. And brilliant. He's got no form at all, his horse. He seems to be getting through these wet conditions. I just wonder if it was something to do with a bit of the rain around, but his track work suggests he's on the improve. He's only had 3 starts, so he's entitled to improve. All right, OK. 300,000 going into the triple trio pool here, so an estimated dividend in the region of $2 million if you're a TT player. We'll try and narrow it down for you. Starting off with Lariz, who was, well, this was the win with Golden Glory and Flying Monkey in behind. Didn't back it up on his next start, though.
He didn't, because he didn't get to the rail, I thought, Andrew. He found the rail here from the wide barrier, and then last start he had one kick through underneath him, which was Bullish Brother. We saw earlier on. This Is Class went past the pair, and that made it tougher for Lariz. He was able to find the line there. Drawn 6 here. I think he'll be in the placings, but I'll take him on to win. Yeah,
I thought Brave Baby might be the one that can get to the front first. So, yeah, I'm the same as you, Brett. I've got him in the placings as well.
All right, so Le Terroir broke through for his maiden victory last time out under Zach Purton, who stays on board.
Oh, I think the horse was always working his way towards a win or to be competitive and being a finish like he was. He's probably just matured a little bit more in recent times, but like you touched on, he's been beginning a little bit better and putting himself in a race, and he hasn't had as much work to do. So hopefully he can do that again from a better draw this time and get another win.
You still feel like he was finishing off his race well last time?
It wasn't too bad. It was okay. He got a little bit lost. He was used to chasing horses down, and when he couldn't see any, he didn't know what to do. But he felt like he had a little bit more there, and hopefully that's the case.
You beat Jumbo Prize and taking you further in that last win. They've both come out and won since then. Do you go into tomorrow night confident about his chances?
I think the draw helps him a lot. From those awkward gates, he had to do a little bit of work to get into handy spots, whereas from this draw he should be able to get there more comfortably, and hopefully that means he's got a little bit more to give, but the format of his race has been solid.
We hear as a jockey just winning a race in Hong Kong isn't easy. You won 6 on Sunday, including a Group 1 and a Group 3. Do you savour those days, knowing they're hard to come by?
Yeah, you savour any win here. You work for every single win that you get. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. You need the opportunities, and you know, when you have a day like I had where everything seems to fall into place and all the horses turn up and give their best, it's obviously very nice, but you know, it doesn't mean it's going to make it any easier going forward. That day's now behind me and I have to focus on what I need to do.
He's approaching a pretty big milestone as well, Zach. He's on 987 winners at the moment, so closing in on the 1,000. Fair chance he'll do that this season as well. One more horse to have a look at here, though, before we make our selections, and that's Brave Baby. Back at the trials here, just the one win to his name. It was a Chartin over the 1200.
Yeah, he's got really good gate speed. That's why I suggested he might be able to get to the row. I know he's drawn 10 compared to the 6 of Lariz, but he's got good gate speed. He led this trial over 1,000. He's 1,200 metres, and he's going well at the moment. He's only had the one win, but he's backed up with lots of placings as well. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I've got him in the numbers.
Yeah, I have too. I contemplated tipping him on top, but I get the feeling maybe he and also the other one Paul mentioned there, Lores, might sort of just crunch each other a little too much and set it up for Le Terroir.
All right, who is our favourite, Paul?
Yeah, and as Zach said and Edward alluded to, he's come out of a really good form race. Both horses behind him have come out and won again. And I thought he won with a little bit in hand. So he's on top, Brave Baby from the front there. Golden Glory, it wasn't a bad run last time for second behind Lariz. I think he can just go one place further than Lariz, and he's in there for 4. 4, 7, 1, 2. I think the 4 will win though.
Going really well, isn't he, Le Terroir? And I think another string he's added to his bow is the fact that he can now roll forward and sit handy and kick, whereas before he was sort of settling back and charging home late. So the change of tactics hasn't been a negative against him. A lot of horses can't cope with it. He's coping well. So 4 to beat, 7 Brave Baby, 2 Lores, 5 Shampooed. I'd give McMonagle a little sniff too. He ran a better race last start. He's been well over 100 to 1 at his last 3. He's a $9 chance early.
I was looking for some value here. So I think Le Terroir's the one to beat, but I found a horse who was 145 to 1 on his last start, beaten over 7 lengths.
Must be your long shot then.
Cheeky B, 6.7, 1.3 a place.
Not really a long shot price, Andrew.
No,
No, might be up for 100.
Might have to shuffle the pack a little bit. That's the first leg of the triple trio.